Welcome in to another episode of Down South Ball Talk, hosted by LT, where we give you insights on the AFC South Division in the NFL and the Southwestern Division in the NBA. Today, we're going to be talking NBA Summer League and also a little bit of NBA free agency, also a little bit of NFL. One player might have talked himself out of the league. All right, let's get into it. Well, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody who has been liking the videos, who've commented on the videos, all of our new subscribers. Thank you so much. Also, please follow all of the socials. You see them here. They're all down here at Down South Ball Talk on all social medias, except on X. It is at Down South BT. All right, let's get into it. We're talking NBA today, man. Let's talk a little bit of Summer League. Some Southwestern Division teams played yesterday. We'll get into the Memphis Grizzlies first. They lost yesterday to the Utah Jazz 109-100. Summer League, oh Lord, it's been dope so far. A lot of rookies doing their thing, especially Cameron Boozer, as I thought he would, and Darren Peterson. Yesterday, it was a battle. Cameron Boozer did his thing, so did Darren Peterson. Let's look at the stats here. Let's start off with Cameron Boozer. Gave you 18 points with 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 from 5 from 3. What has impressed me the most with his game is that the three-point shot is there. If you watch that game, the very first shot for the Memphis Grizzlies, the very first points was a three-pointer by Cameron Boozer, after Darren Peterson had put in a two-pointer for the Jazz. So I've been very impressed by Cameron Boozer's first 2 Summer League games. I mean, it's everything I've expected. Everything I've expected out of Cameron, he's done. Now, the only thing, literally the only thing that I think is going to render him in this rookie season is his strength. Now, we all know he has an NBA-ready body now, but he needs to get bigger. He needs to get stronger. And I think he will. Obviously, he will. He will get bigger and stronger in the NBA programs. And I think by year 2, 3, you will see the developments in his body type and his muscle. So that's literally going to be the only thing. It kind of reminds me of when Blake Griffin first came into the league for the Clippers and he kept going up against Zebo. Zebo was bullying him for 3 to 4 years. About that 4-year mark, 5-year mark, Blake wasn't having it anymore. He wasn't having it. But every time I used to see Zebo go against the Clippers, I was like, oh yeah, dog food for Zebo against Blake. Every time. So I think that's going to happen to Boozer his first 2 to 3 years. Then he bulks up, and it's going to be a problem for the league. All right, let's get into some more numbers for the Grizzlies, man. Carson Cooper gave you 10. Let's see. Cedric Howard, let's get into him in a second. He gave you 23 points. Omax gave you 16. Javon Small gave you 14. 2 from 7 for 3. Okay, let's get into Cedric. He was guarding Darren Peterson a lot last night, and Darren was giving him the business. I'll be honest. Let's be clear here. Now, Cedric was doing his offensive work, and that's why I think he is a two-way player, a dope two-way player, because not only is he giving you points and willing to get up shots on the offensive end, he's working on the defensive end on the best player, which was Darren Peterson last night. So a lot of people's talking about, he took his 21 shots, 9 for 21, 3 from 12 from 3. That is horrific. I mean, he was a +1. Boozer was a -1. So, I mean, you could be like, well, he's +1. No, that was a very horrific shooting night for Cedric. But, however, it's Summer League. This is where you do that stuff for. This right here, to me, is people like a Cedric, the Darren Petersons, the Cameron Boozers. Hell, even if I say, Small, because he could get some minutes this year off the bench for the Grizzlies. So they're sharpening their iron, getting ready for the season. So Cedric's just getting up shots. It is what it is. But yes, Darren Peterson did give him the business last night. It happens. They're professionals. That guy against you is getting paid too. I don't know if you know, that guy's getting paid too. So with that being said, I understand Cedric's, task last night was to see what he can do against, the rookie coming in, and the rookie gave him the business. Let's get into it, man. Darren Peterson last night, he was really spectacular. As I keep stating, man, 25 points, 8 for 15 from the field, 3 from 9 from the 3-point, 12 assists, double-double, man. His last game was, I believe he gave you 28 points last game. So he's showing. I think he's out there to show and prove that he should have been the number 1 pick. He wanted to be the number 1 pick. And I believe a interview after the game, he referred to him as, he says, and I quote, "I'm like Kobe. I go out there and kill everything that's in front of me," end quote. He said some more things after that, but I believe that's what he said. So with that being said, this boy's mentality is there. And as everybody was hoping that, the things that happened in Kansas was just that, the creatine, and he wasn't, really up on what to do with his workout regimen while taking creatine. So with that being said, I mean, last night he showed you. He showed you what's up. I mean, what is this? Well, I said 25 points, 12 assists. He was going off. That was a really good performance that I seen last night. He gets to his spots. He can get downhill. He definitely gets to the basket. Now with Darren, like I said, defense. I didn't really see that much defense. I see him guarding the guy that's on the, at the corner and stuff like that. So with that being said, a lot will be asked of him. He will be a rookie coming in, but he will be surrounded by a lot of good players. Keontae George is no slouch. We know what Tripp is about. No slouch. Walker Kessler, he still is there. No slouch. So with that being said, not Walker Kessler, I'm so sorry. He's gone. Lauri Markkanen, I'm so sorry. Lauri Markkanen is no slouch. So with that being said, he's playing around some good players. Dare I say he's maybe the third option, maybe the fourth option, unless he, plays and they show, oh no, this guy's got to get the ball. So yeah, Darren Peterson showed a lot last night. I liked the game. It was a really close game, 109-100. The Grizzlies fall in Summer League to the Utah Jazz. All right, another Southwestern team that was in action last night, the San Antonio Spurs. They fall to Los Angeles Lakers in Summer League, 88-84. All right, let's get into it, man. All right. Reed gave you 12 and 12, which, again, I love that. As I keep stating, I think Reed was the better pick than Quince. Quince, I mean, it is what it is. He probably won't play this year, or if so, he plays at the end of the year, maybe revs it up a little bit to see what he can do. But I believe Paul Reed will come off that bench and show and prove. I like his pedigree. What he did at UConn, I believe he's a dog. I mean, he's showing in some league. When I say what I like to watch in some leagues, individual things. So for me, with seeing Paul Reed and what he's doing Torres Reed, I keep saying Paul Reed. Why am I saying Paul Reed? So sorry. Torres Reed Jr. Lord Jesus. Yeah, go ahead and comments in the comments with that one. I'm so sorry. Yes, Torres Reed Jr. Torres Reed. I like him. I like him a lot. I mean, I think he's a dog. So, 12 and 12 last night. Let's see. Jacoby Gillespie gave you 19, 7 from 14 from the field, 5 from 9. He was the one that you really were trying to see what I got, out of him. So with that being said, the Spurs, they're going to be the Spurs. I think they're going to be right back up there in the Western Conference Finals last year, dare I say, to the finals. So, all these players right here, who do I see maybe making the team that's on the Summer League team? Maybe 2-3 players here. So with that being said, yeah, they got some really good talent coming in once again for the Spurs. All right, the Lakers, man. Let's get into the transition to this next topic. With Summer League, you see a lot of players do really good one game and they heat up and maybe it doesn't transition to the regular season, nor do they get the minutes to prove themselves. So with that being said, with, Carr doing his thing the last game, I believe he went off for 20-something. Then this game, he only had 5 points. They were, before this game were saying, the Lakers got them one Cameron Carr, such and such like that. But, this game 5, when you come into the league, this is just what it is. You can be hot one game, and then the next game, people figure you out. It is what it is, especially when you have rookies that are, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. A lot of these guys are 19 years old playing against guys that are trying to get contracts and trying to put together good film for another team. So with that being said, I like Cameron Carr, but we'll see what he can do in the league in the regular season. All right, let's go into another game of Summer League because, again, this is one player I will be following his whole career because I like him a lot, Darius Acuff Jr. We spoke about him on this channel before. I believe he will be one of the best prospects to come out of this draft, and this draft is already looking really good with these rookies. Can't wait to see AJ play in Summer League and some more other people. Let's get into it. The Sacramento Kings, they won 95 to 89 against the Milwaukee Bucks. Yes, Darius put up, let's see, Darius, where's the stuff? Yes, 22 points, 7 from 19 from the field, 4 from 9. Yes, he did put up 19 shots, but again, that's what he's going to do with the Kings, especially DeMar DeRozan getting waived. He is a unrestricted free agent. I believe they get rid of Zach LaVine, and or maybe they keep him around until the trade deadline, see if someone needs him to get rid of that contract. But Darius Acuff is going to be a scorer for the Kings. I think his second year is where you really see him take the reins and maybe average 20 a game his second year. But I believe he's a solid 17 to 19 points a game this year. I believe he has a couple 30-point games that you see the flashes, and dare I say even a 30-point double-double game that you see the passing abilities and everything of Darius Acuff Jr. I like the kid. I will be following his career for sure. So just want to talk about that. Also, not to rain on people's parade, but one of the players that I thought that would fall in the draft did fall, and he's really not doing that much in Summer League. We'll talk about that on a later episode. Yes, as well. So, yes, I like what I'm seeing from these rookies, man, in Summer League. This class is really, really, really impressing so far as the rookies. Again, it's only been a few days of Summer League, but you can see it when these guys play. I see with my own two eyes. And again, I thought this draft class would be really, really awesome, and they are living up to it, even the later draft picks in the first round. All right. Let's get into it. I want to talk a little bit of NFL. It has nothing to do with the AFC South, but it does have to do with one player, Brandon Ayuk. I'm pretty sure we have all seen the videos that he has posted online about him wanting to be traded, being released, and, you know, the money stuff and all of these different things. Now, my message to Brandon would be, please stop. Please put the phone down and get off social media, sir. You are ruining it for everyone, not just you, but people around you who depend on you, sir. Now, yes, your money is guaranteed from the 49ers, and probably a lot of it is deferred, so you're going to be getting money for years to come. However, that money doesn't last forever, especially on the lifestyle that I'm pretty sure you've accumulated for yourself and family. So, sir, right now it's looking like no NFL team wants you. I don't know if the Instagram post was real or not, but I seen someone post about Jaden Daniels saying enjoy retirement or something like that and added him. Again, if that is real, it's crazy. So what team would really want to bring him in thinking, oh, well, he did that to them. Why would he do this to us if everything goes bad or we're not winning or something like that? Why would you want to bring that into your organization? So right now, I don't think any team would touch Brandon Ayuk. I'm just being honest. And that's, you know, saying a lot because he does have talent. He could help a team. He could help. I could name at least 5 to 7 teams right now he could go to and help, let alone the garbage teams who, you know, they're just sorry, so they would bring in somebody of his talent. So with that being said, man, I just want to touch on that. It's really sad seeing that because a guy like him, you know, he has all the talent in the world, getting a lot of money, getting opportunities that a lot of people would, you know, kill for, and he squandered it away just on social media because he wants to post things on Instagram and these different sites. That is really tragic to see, and I hope Brandon Ayuk and his people around him, please talk to him and let him know that, hey, bro, you're going down a path that isn't good at all. Because right now, I do not see him playing in the NFL this next season. All right. That concludes this episode of Down South Ball Talk, man. Let me know in the comments, do you agree with anything that I said this episode? Do you disagree with anything? Also, let me know, what do you think of Cameron Boozer's play so far in Summer League? Do you think Darren Peterson is the next Kobe Bryant, as a lot of people are saying? What do you think about Darius Acuff's play so far in Summer League? Do you think some of these guys are fizzling it out? The Cameron Carrs, these different rookies that have a really good game and then they get figured out or something. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about Brandon Ayuk? Do you think he will play another down in the NFL? Again, this has been another episode of Down South Ball Talk. Please follow our socials. You see them here at the bottom. All of them at Down South Ball Talk on all social medias except on X. It is at Down South BT. Again, thank you so much for watching this episode of Down South Ball Talk. Have a good evening.